we've come a long ways this month. The Doom tournament mapped by Ravage, $300 in prizes going out. Shout out to the sponsors: rfish89, Rolls Royce, Gus, Doofus, Ravemaker, Apple Drop, Larry, Fantastish, Adam, Aerolus, Christus, CS Pro. We've come a long way this month. We've already worked through the D4. We did 2 different D4 events this month just because we had a lot of players. Now we're doing D3. Tomorrow's D2. Next weekend we got D1 and Pro. Lots of action coming at you. The map's been playing pretty good. It's definitely different, giving us some fun looks. So here we are in the D3 round robin. We got 5 players. They're all going to play each other once. Then the 2 people with the 2 most wins are going to go on to the championship. D3 Blitz tournament for the month of May on the Doom map. Action rolling right away with Saw in red on the right and Beals in yellow on the left. So Saw is a new player. He came in last week for the D4 tournament and just crushed everybody. He's a newer player, didn't know his division, crushed everyone in D4. I got really upset, called him a sandbagger. No, I'm just kidding. I was playfully calling him a sandbagger. I'm sure it was an unintentional mistake that he ended up in D4. Now he's in D3, and we'll see what he can prove. I think a lot of people, I think it's possible he's a D2 player, so we'll see what he looks like here. He's got to work his way up the ladder like the best of them. So he's in D3 now, wants to go for that D2 spot. Today, the winner's taking home $20 and moving on to D2 tomorrow, trying to take a crack at the $300 prize. So each division does have its own prize, but ultimately this is a $300 tournament because if you keep winning, you can go all the way to the top, knock out Marco, and take home $300 in prizes. But Beals is definitely a good contender as well. He came out last month on Oasis and definitely proved himself. He loves the game of Blitz. He loves Red Alert 2. He gets a lot of reps in, and he understands the aggression, the early build orders. He definitely he knows Blitz, and he's been practicing with some great players. Plays a lot with Hassan and some of those other guys. So he's getting his reps in. He's looking real tough here right now. As Saw, who was the heavy favorite in D4, already slightly falling behind here as we come out the gates in D3 versus Beals. Beals now with a forward war factory, trying to get pump those tanks right on the front lines. Let's take a look at the economy of both players. Both players on 2 war factories. Both players' money is looking pretty good.
Yo, Ivor, how's it going, bro?
Doofus in the house. Doofus, you putting stuff in the oven on tournament day? You can't put stuff in the oven on tournament day. What have I told you?
Cheesy bread in the oven, bro. I was hungry.
Ah, cheesy bread. Okay, all right. That's actually reasonable. Okay, first engagement here in the forest top side. Saw with a nice fodder advantage and should be able to pull ahead here. Yeah, pulls ahead significantly. And I thought Beals was in the driver's seat on this one, but with that being said, that looks...
Nope.
Yeah, without the fodder, significantly fell behind there, and Saw's going to take this one home.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Bills, he just needed a few dogs there, and because his tanks were just targeting the dogs.
Yep.
No damage at all.
Yep, and it makes a big difference in these exchanges, especially early on in the game. So Saw does take that one home. Saw versus Beals gets a win. Beals versus Saw gets a loss. Yep, we figured this one out.
Right.
I think a couple of these guys would be good games for you, Kane. I think Saw would probably... I think you might have a hard time with Saw, don't you think? All right, here we go, guys. Oh, I messed up the scoreboard. Damn it. Can we change it real quick? What do we think? Can we do this? We're doing it. We're doing it. They said it couldn't be done. They said it couldn't be done. Wow, we pulled it off. Amazing. All right, here we go, guys. So we got Doofus in red on the right. We got Beals in yellow on the left. So Beals on 2 losses in a row. Trying to pick up a win here. We'll see what happens. MJ's raiding me. Does that mean MJ's done streaming? Does that mean MJ wants to play? MJ with the raid. All right, so Doofus and Beals, these guys were coming at each other last month. Should be another pretty good game right now. Beals is not looking very warmed up. We'll see what happens here, but he did have a couple games in here, getting slapped around a little bit, so now he's got to be hungry. MJ, we do need a player. Java's a no-show. It's only 5. It's only going to be a few games. Come on, MJ. Come on, buddy. Everyone fist pump for MJ. There we go. That's just what MJ needs. He never turns down a fist pump. So Beals coming in hungry right now. He's got a little bit of fodder. He's got those rhinos pumping. Kane's too high of a level, MJ. All right, but Doofus, we got ourselves a banger here. Doofus is out to defend. Beals is putting the pressure on, but doesn't really have the tanks to do it. Wait, Beals what? All right, I'll let you guys sort this out. Kane, you convince MJ to come play. All right, I got to focus on this game. We got ourselves a banger on our hands. Both players pumping the rhinos, but Doofus is pulling ahead right now. Not sure how Doofus... it's about even. Doofus, it looks like he has a slight lead here. Yeah, and Doofus now putting out sentry guns. Beals does not have the numbers to push here. I like that he's hungry. I like that he's trying to pick up a win, be the aggressor, but... I mean, I'm sure he has the stream minimized. He's just in it to hop in and out of the chat, but that's why we're probably lagging. I don't know why people can't figure that one out. All right, so now Beal's going to go topside here. Are they going to go for a base trade? Yeah, they are going to go for a base trade here. Now, neither player has any desos or drones on the back end, so this is going to be a straight base trade. So Doofus takes a hit. Now Doofus is going to come back to defend. Can Beals get the MCV? And Beals is going to try to pull out here. Ooh, and Beals is going to get gobbled up. And that was a nice calculation from Doofus there to pull back. He didn't need to go for a base trade because he had the tank numbers. He's happy to chase Beals down here. Ooh, oh, so Doofus does get in a leap, lose it. Doofus way ahead on tanks here. Beals trying to pump drones. Going to be a little too late, though. And so Doofus able to pull that one out nicely. Okay, wow. Yeah, and Doofus does take that one home. Very, very tight, but yeah, you can tell Beals just a little bit out of form. Beals versus Doofus. Okay, Java's missing in action. All right, here we go. All right, so we got Kane in yellow on the right, Doofus in red on the left. Yeah, so Kane hopping in. Kane and Doofus came at each other in the D3 last month, and Kane ended up beating Doofus. Kane, I think, Kane's going to be playing D2 this month, but we did need someone to fill in for Java, who abandoned us. So Kane's going to be filling in. There's actually some players are playing pretty good in here. I saw Kareem and Doofus are all playing. We'll see if Beals is playing good too. You just tell he doesn't know the map. So anyway, well, I think Kane actually could be pretty even here, but we'll see if Kane proves he's D2. Anyway, we just need another player. We got to have 5 people. We got to get some good games and want to get some good reps. That's what these lower divisions are all about, getting everyone out here, playing some blitz, having some fun. So Kane, we'll see if Kane can flex on these guys, prove that he's D2. Kane, early drone. Ooh, sneaky sentry gun from Doofus. Doofus has a secret sentry gun there. Takes out both drones. Well played by Doofus. Doofus looking tough. The Dutch RA2 Championship. That's right. Both these guys out of the Netherlands. Doofus looking for revenge. That's right, guys. Kane did knock him out last month. So we'll see. Kane now bringing Tesla tanks and Tesla troopers. I think Kane's getting a little cocky here, thinking he's D2, trying to mess around with these guys with Tesla tanks and Tesla troopers. We'll see what happens. Doofus is looking really strong right now, I think. And Doofus is going to go for a bit of a base trade here. Let's see if he can defend himself on the back end. Going to take out the radar, so now there's no deso coming. Yeah, they are going to go for a base trade here. Doofus, I would have liked to seen Doofus switch over to drones. He is keeping the rhinos out. So this is a base trade situation, and these Tesla tanks are going to be doing work here. Doofus bringing dogs over to counter the Tesla troopers. Ooh, Doofus is droned, though. Only a couple tanks left, and what a wacky first point. It looks like it is going to be going to... Oh, the sentry gun? I don't know. I have no idea who's going to take home this point. What a wacky point. Bike Rush with the raid. Oh my goodness gracious. Another raid. Just in time, guys. We got a great tournament going on right now. Division 3, $300 tournament for the month of May. Players working their way up the ranks. Go from, if you win D3, you go to D2. You win D2, you go to D1. All the way up to Pro. You try to collect all the money if you win all the way through. So right now we have ourselves what we call a knife fight, and that's a game where things kind of devolve into chaos. You got conscripts blowing up oil derricks. There's like 2 total tanks on the map right now. Really, really wacky point. Both players throwing everything they got at each other. Bike Rush, appreciate the raid, buddy. Hope to see Bike Rush tomorrow in the Division 2 tournament, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. So around this time tomorrow, hopefully Bike Rush will come. Fingers crossed. He played last month, put on some really entertaining matches. Tesla Troopers OP? No, I don't think so. We got a crazy Ivan blowing up buildings right now, and Doofus now going to continue. Doofus now continuing the push here with the Rhinos as Kane is pumping Tesla tanks to try to counter these Rhinos. Almost never the move, but Kane pops out a couple sentry guns, holding on nicely. And Bike Rush, you played D2 last month and you did great. What do you mean should you be D3? Okay, and Doofus gonna go right at these sentry guns. Fish in the house, Abyss Nasher in the house. We got everyone in here.
I'm so excited you're here. I could hug the Rhino tank.
Okay, gonna try to get... Wow, and so Doofus continuing the push here. He's got almost nothing. He's waypointing his tanks, and both these guys, we are at the 5-minute mark. There's 5 tanks on the map right now. Both these guys are smoking it to the filter, running on spit and adrenaline right now. But Kane without an MCV, he does have a barracks, he does have a war factory. He can still pump the tanks and the infantry, but that's about it. Oh my gosh, and I think Doofus is gonna take this one home, which I find absolutely hilarious because Kane is supposed to be a D2 player. He's filling in. Because we had a dropout, so I like that Kane came in here like, oh, I'll play D3 if I have to, and then he gets rolled by Doofus. Again, guys, these guys did play each other last month in Division 3, and Kane knocked out Doofus to go on to D2, so bit of a grudge match here. Doofus proving that he should be hanging in maybe the next division. We'll see. Okay, so Doofus does take that one home. Stressful. It is funny, like the divisions, each division is a pretty big jump. I mean, it's, you know, D2 is some scary guys. You could BR, Cold, some of those kind of guys, Snark. Okay, here we go. Saw in red, Kareem in yellow on the left. Saw's looking pretty tough. I think Saw's looking like possibly the favorite right now. So we'll see. Wait, you lost to Saw, Doofus?
No, I haven't played him yet.
Oh, you haven't played Saw yet, okay.
No, I don't know him. I don't know him at all. So I believe I played Kareem once, or I saw him play. I think we're on the same level. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But Saw, I've never seen him before. But he's been showing some good stuff.
Yeah, he's definitely... Yeah, it's funny. I mean, the big thing in these tournaments, too, is, you know, we try to base players. We do their divisions based off traditional skills or who knows them, what people think of them. But the biggest thing is reps on the map. I mean, you have Beals, for example. Beals played so much strong. Last month, Beals was getting reps on the map. This month, he hasn't played the map. So that's a big aspect. It's like how good are you? And then also, how much time do you have this month? Because, you know, if you get a player who puts 2 or 3 days of hard practice in, I mean, that jumps him up almost a whole division, especially in Blitz, because map awareness, how you're playing a map is so important. But Kareem coming out strong here, slight little tank advantage. And with a drone, if this drone gets in, ooh, runs into that sentry.
Runs into that sentry. When did you make when did you publish the map, Ivan?
Beginning of the month. I mean, I was before I left town, so yeah, it was the very beginning of the month. But people, you know how people are. They don't check Discord. They don't keep track of things.
But they should. They should get their practice in before playing the map as well. I mean, last month the tournaments were quite early, so a lot of people play the maps after the tournament. But then you get good at the map, but there's no tournament riding on your skill set anymore, so it's only for fun games. But you really need to get your practice in, get to know the map, because this one is so different, Ivor. Because you have that extra power plant, your build is so much different. The last map you didn't have the extra power, so after your 3rd or 4th oil, I don't remember, you have to build a power plant. And on this map, you can just skip and just keep on building oils and don't worry about your power. So
Yep.
that's something you have to adapt with.
Yep, and that's the starting with an oil and a power plant completely changes your build, what you can get away with without going broke. And Kareem, Saw pushing in here, targets that War Factory. I don't think that was a good move. When you target a building like that, that's even just a couple seconds where the enemy is shooting your tanks, and Saw does pay a bit of a toll there and not able to get the War Factory either. So Saw forced to pull back to a defensive position. Kareem has a lot of bruised tanks, a lot of smoking tanks. Both players running their economies nicely, 3 War Factories, and this is a tight match we got here, Doofus.
Yeah, it's nice, and Saw can recover from that initial attack that went horribly wrong, but he has the production, so he can keep up, rebuild tanks, and match Kareem again. But Kareem did win that tank battle.
Yep, and it's
Kareem needs another War Factory, at least 2, I think. With the economy that he has now, he really has to start building production, start bringing in more War Factory. Another engagement here in the mid.
Yep, and I love this switch to the conscripts. You'll see this at the top level in a close quarter combat like this, where you're both on each other's doorstep. Conscripts are better than dogs because generally speaking, you need the dog's speed as fodder. But in this situation, you don't need their speed. It's so close quarters. The conscripts are basically dogs with guns. Their slower speed does not affect them. Kareem going to bring a split down to the bottom side. Saw matching well. Very close match here, and this is kind of a bona fide position in Blitz where we're moving into a mid game. And as you move into the mid game, it's not about rhinos and fodder as much anymore. It comes on the macro. What are you going to do on the back end to tip the tides? Are you going to go naval? Who's going to get the battle lap? Who's going to bring the Kirov? It'll be interesting to see here. Kareem with a bit of a tank advantage, I think. Deso's pushing in though for Saw. See what he can get done here.
Okay, battle bunker is not fully filled. It goes down. But Kareem comes in, and his tanks are better grouped than Saw.
Yep. Oh, and a nice Deso hit. Bit of some of his own tanks, a bit on that radiation though.
I think that shouldn't stop Kareem. It shouldn't stop Kareem. I mean, that Deso got a lot of damage on Saw's tanks as well.
Yep.
And now we see both players on 5 War Factory, both of them on radar tech. Nobody committing to the battle lab yet.
Yeah, no,
Kareem should put his tanks in front. He just leaves his base wide open there with 2 Desos. I don't like that. Okay, he's gonna split.
Okay,
that's nice.
Split coming from Kareem, and this is good. Kareem does have the tank numbers right now. Kareem needs to get some value out of this, and Saw, Saw a little slow to respond. Saw should be pretty comfortable here. If I was Saw, I'd be looking to play a defensive position and try to win the tech race. And we do see this. A lot of these players, they win their games with rhinos and fodder and Desos, and that's the game they play. And a lot of them aren't used to knowing when to do the tech switch. We see a lot of these lower division players struggle with that. Right now is an obvious position to get the leg up for either player right now. It's who's going to go tech and make something happen. And both these players are still playing Rhino Wars, but as I said, that's a lot of rhinos on the bottom. And without any Desos down there, Saw's down there to react. Saw's got some buildings to throw though, for sure.
Yeah, but Kareem has to make a move now, Ivor, because he is broke. He went for the battle lab. He is broke. I believe he stopped building for quite a while. He's falling behind. He did get a War Factory there, but his eco is not doing good at all. Here's a Kirov.
Yep, Kirov.
That is a good move because he's already up in tank numbers, so I believe a Kirov is a good move here.
Yep, and a demo truck coming from Saw on the top side.
Truck. He's gonna take out all the Desos there. Oh, takes out only one. Nice deploy there.
Yep, so the Kirov getting in, only 1 flag cannon on it, so that's going to get some damage done. Ooh, that demo truck sitting in his base. He could target that demo truck right now would be nice, but going to go for the War Factory, and a V3 rocket comes out for Saw.
V3 rocket.
So Saw...
Okay, that's a nice Deso deployment.
Yep. And Kareem's going to massively tip the tides with that. That was really, really nice.
He should go in now. He's got the game won now. He should go in.
Yep, there's no reason, and especially because he's broke anyway. He's broke. Saw's on a ton of money. Obviously, Kareem doesn't know that, but Kareem is so far up right now. Saw wants him to sit there. Saw has the money to go. Saw could go Navy. Saw could go Battle Lab Dreadnought and get lucky here. Kareem's got to try to push and make something happen. God, that is the longest V3 rocket of all time. And Saw also has the Psychic Dominator. If Kareem doesn't steal that Psychic Dominator or end this game, that Psychic Dominator could literally shift the game if he targets Kareem's army. So Saw's just got to try to hold on here. Saw's got 11k, needs to be spamming sentry guns. Go defensive. You got 11k, get your battle lab, go Navy, turtle in, try to blast that Psychic Dominator. You know, Saw does still have a few things up his sleeve if Kareem continues to not execute the position. Kareem does go Navy, though. Good move for Kareem. I think Kareem should just be pushing, but the Navy's not a bad option.
No. But this is the thing. I'm not sure if he scouted or not, but Kareem should know that he is totally winning here.
Yeah.
He should go in. He's gonna split again. Maybe with this split, he's gonna realize that he's winning.
He's so far up in tanks, and these are positions though. You know, at the top level, it's almost like these ideas aren't part of it. Like top level players make these decisions, these calculations so quickly and so easily that you forget how big of a part of the game they are, and you forget how it's difficult. I mean, it's easier said than done. You know, for us, I mean, it's difficult to sometimes know how far up you are and when to push and when not to push. But Kareem with some really rough tank control right now.
Yeah, this is horrible tank control. I believe he kept TTing them. He was committing to a split, and then he TT'd them back. Nuclear reactor goes down.
But still, and even with doing a lot of things wrong there, Kareem is still up, even after terrible tank control.
Yeah, but he's low power, no IC.
Oh my god.
And the Psychic Dominator is still ticking down.
The Psychic Dominator is coming. Saw might pull this one out. And so those of you guys in the water, I'll let you know if anything else happens. We got Dreadnoughts being countered by squids, so it's basically knotted up in the water right now, nothing happening.
And a Dreadnought of Saw as well.
And the Psychic Dominator's coming. Kareem has to steal the Psychic Dominator. He's had map control. He could have stolen that Psychic Dominator at any point. Right now, an engineer could literally march down there. The Psychic Dominator is coming. He can blast Kareem's army with it. Kareem does take... Oh, so now he's low power. Oh, it puts him low power. And if he loses the... Oh, he still has the Battle Lab. He has to build a nuclear reactor. Saw could win this game with the Psychic Dominator. He has to get a nuclear reactor out ASAP. And that is Saw's been pulled ahead on the naval battle and has a Dreadnought doing work right now. Oh my god.
God.
Oh.
And he's still low power. Kareem, do something, bro.
Okay, the nuclear
Send in your
reactor's
drones.
The nuclear reactor's out. Here comes the Psychic Dominator. Iron Curtain comes though.
see.
Iron Curtain comes. Oh, and look at all these drones. Oh my god.
Going for the MCV. But
So-
he needs to go for the power.
Okay,
Oh.
uses the Psychic Dominator offensively. A pretty good hit there. That Iron Curtain.
Gonna turn again, bro.
Oh my god, Saw's gonna pull this out.
Saw with the tank numbers here, boys.
The Dreadnoughts are still being countered in the water by the squids. He's gonna take that oil, get a nice chain reaction, and that is Kareem's last war factory. Kareem's last war. All of his tanks are smoking. No, don't take that oil. It'll blow yourself up. Hit the MCV. We are at the 2-minute. Oh, this game's gonna come down to time. No, there's a...
We have 5 buildings left, 6 buildings left.
He's got to click the buildings. Does he know to not target the oils? He's got to split up his tanks. He's got to send some tanks topside. He has to hit all these buildings as soon as possible. There's only a few buildings left, but he does have a bit of time here. This is a long game because of the lag. The timer's going a bit slow. He's got about a minute and a half left. He should have enough time to do this as long as he splits up his tanks and does this appropriately.
Shouldn't forget about the naval yard as well. He should have enough time.
Oh my god, he sends the elite down. That elite, oh, the conscript kills the elite. Oh my god, why is he pulling back? What's he doing? What's Saw doing? What, he's going back? He's going back for a smoke break? Is this a smoke break? Oh, the last building's the naval yard, right? I don't think...
Naval yard is the last building, yep.
And he's got the time to do it. The Dreadnoughts are
gonna
counting.
kill it. Yep.
Wait.
Oh, there's still a sentry behind the oil.
Oh, the sentry, it's the last one. Oh.
And it's over, wow.
What a banger. Oh my god.
Game.
What a wacky game, man. Oh my god.
That was great, GG. That was a lovely game.
Actually thinking about possibly next month getting Yuri in this mod, but it does take there's some kind of back-end stuff, technical stuff, balancing issues, so we might be looking at, I'm gonna get Yuri in the mod eventually. Yeah, the Dominator, you probably could have stole the Dominator, but yeah, you had a massive tank advantage for a while and weren't able to get much value out of it, but I mean, hey, easier said than done. Obviously, me sitting up here in the booth, it's a lot easier to diagnose the situation, but it was really well played by both players. That was a fun match. We've had some good ones today, guys. I'm excited. All right, so Doofus in yellow now, Saw in red. Both these guys playing really, really strong right now. pretty even tournament so far today. Obviously, that's what it's all about. I'm here for the barn burners. That's what gets me up in the morning. So these tight games, I love it. I love it. That last D4 event, we had a lot of blowouts. So anyway, nice to have some good games. All right, so both players pretty even. They got their fodder. They got their tanks. Doofus looking just slightly ahead here on the tanks, but just a minor build order difference. Not really too much of a big issue there. Both players pumping out the oils, getting their economy rolling. Okay, a little calm before the storm here. So Saw going to get that forward war factory on the top side. I think that's an interesting build. That way you can primary back and forth if you do want to have your tanks right on the front line. I really like control of this top cliff. I really like a forward barracks right here, and I like controlling this cliff. And what you can do is you can kind of play off. You play off this area. You see the pros. The pros are always battling for this area in each other's base, and then they're able to jump down if they need to attack. They can control from here, try to prevent base walking here. They can also play off this cliff, shoot down at units, shoot down at buildings, and then if the attacker comes up, the defender from this position gets a couple shots in. So I think there's a lot of power in some of these positions up here on this cliff. So gonna jump in and take that power plant. And Doofus is gonna go for a base trade here. Doofus does have the tank numbers. Let's see if Saw can use a defensive advantage here. Pop a good sentry guns. Sentry guns are huge right now. Nice sentry. Saw gets a nice sentry out. Doofus loses quite a bit there. Doofus is not happy with that exchange. Yeah, to grab a war factory in exchange for that many tanks is tricky. Doofus needs to pull back to a defensive position here. But that was a nice hit for Saw. So with that power plant gone, Doofus cannot build up here. Doofus has to move his MCV if he wants to utilize that top cliff. So Saw is able to secure the top side. Really important to defend that power plant early on. So Saw with a big fodder advantage here. I like that Doofus is staying a little bit aggressive. You know, the secret to war is to appear weak when you are strong and strong when you are weak. Remember that, guys. Write that one down. And even when you're in this position, Doofus doesn't want to show his hand. He wants to kind of keep jockeying, still acting like maybe he's going to attack, like he's in the driver's seat, even though he is not. But apparently Saw realizes that. Saw going to push in here. Doofus with a nice sentry gun. Saw bringing the 3 Connie split on the top side. Love that. I'd like 10 more Connies in that group. That'd be a pro move. 3 Connies in this group is a funny move. Funny move is what you call that. So now Doofus going to the top. We're going to get a couple shots in here, but Doofus, I think Saw is very comfortable pushing in here with the fodder advantage. Doofus gets caught with his pants down, out of position. Going to get gobbled up here, and Doofus way behind in tanks right now. Okay. Yeah, Doofus way out of position. Yeah, I mean it's not super. I mean it's not. Yeah, you could move the MCV, but that's time. Then you're not building. You're gonna fall behind your war factories. You're also, as your MCV goes up there, you're gonna be exposed. So you have to have a bigger army if you want to do that. So I mean it's not ideal, you know. But it is possible to move your MCV, obviously. Yeah, Doof is kind of going for a base trade. This game's over. Saw looking super tough. Yep. Saw looking tough. Saw OP. No, I think the bigger issue is when you move an MCV, it puts you in a vulnerable position. Yeah, the building aspect, yeah, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it's the vulnerable position you put yourself into. I mean, if you have the bigger army, if you're in control, then it's not a big deal. But moving an MCV on a small map like this can be dangerous if you don't have map control, if you don't have the bigger army. Anything. You can counter the Tesla tanks with anything.
Yeah.
All right.
Tesla got his back turned. You can do anything you want with it.
Yeah. just like the tank destroyers, just like trying to line up their shot.
Turn around. You know, it takes a minute to turn around. Oh, useless.
All right, so we got Kareem in yellow, we got Kane in red on the left. Only a couple points left here in the round robin, and then the players with the 2 most wins will be playing best of 3 in the championship.
Ooh, I still have a chance. Let's go, boys.
Yeah. All right, so let's see if Kane gonna maybe build some rhinos this game, put on a show for us, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Okay, drone out for Kane. And for Kareem. Oh, we see the first ever Rhino for Kane, yeah.
Yep, Kane building rhinos.
Kane's drone goes down. There's a hidden sentry behind the war factory of Kareem's base.
Ah, the old hidden sentry.
But Kane has done the same. He's got a hidden sentry behind the war factory as well. I
Yep.
like it.
Yeah, man, and it looks like we will see some traditional Rhino wars here. Both very similar builds as both players stretch a bit on the top side with their oils. Kane's going to bring some conscripts bottom side now.
He needs to because Kareem is out tanking him. He even got a tank drone, so Kareem is out tanking him by 2 tanks.
Yeah, Kareem does need to react to this conscript rush on the bottom side. He needs to do something about it. See if he's got a bunker ready to be put up, maybe. Just going to bring his own conscripts over.
They're just walking in.
Yep.
Okay, but the tank is going to crush him.
Yep. That's it. Well played from Kareem.
Giving away an oil at the top. No. Saves it. The one at the bottom will be saved as well.
Yep, Kareem holds the position.
So nice. Kareem on 6 oils. Kane is on 6 as well. Kareem goes in. He's out tanking Kane hard here.
Yep.
Oh, but he's not committing with all of his tanks. Gives away a tank there. But he's still out tanking by 1.
Yeah, he should. Yeah, you'd think he could be trying to just kind of do some hit and runs, maybe get a little bit of value here. But Kane is catching up now nicely. Kane holds on the bottom side thanks to that bunker, then sells off the bunker and now attacking.
Yeah.
Yep, and so let's look at the finances here. Both players, yeah, Kareem is getting close to bottoming out here, but Kareem, with the fodder coming in, should pull ahead here.
So get the demo truck. Get the demo truck.
Oh.
Nice hit. Nice hit. That
Kane.
backfired on Kane.
Yep, but doesn't get any of the buildings in the process, so that does bruise a lot of his tanks. That demo truck, hard to say. If it without taking any buildings, it had to have done quite a bit of splash damage. But if Kareem could have hopped in quick and taken out that oil, taken the war factory with it,
Yeah.
not a terrible move from Kane. He did get a bit lucky that it didn't do more damage.
Correct. The timing was just terrible. Kareem was making a move.
Yep.
Kareem again out tanking. He needs to go in. And a crazy Ivan again, but it will go down here.
Yep. And Kareem's just gonna hit the MC. Kareem has time to hit the MCV, then adjust for the tanks. Crazy Ivan coming. Needs to hit that Crazy Ivan. Okay, yeah. Now it needs to click the tanks. Get away from those desos. Get away from the desos. Ooh, okay. So Kareem needs to be a bit careful here. Kane does have everything he needs to continue pumping. He's on 5K, no MCV, so Kareem just needs to make sure to not blunder this position. Now, as we move into a mid game, not having an MCV, obviously Kane's going to continue to fall behind, so Kareem just needs to avoid, blundering, basically.
Yeah, but he's switched over to drones, which is questionable. He is ahead in tank numbers. He's got his MCV. Just keep spamming those rhinos. You're not behind.
Yep.
I mean, one drone is enough while attacking. Get those desos.
Yeah, and
Fourth war factory, nice.
Yeah, and Kareem now on 14K. Spam the sentries. You can pump some infantry. You can get a battle lab. I mean, he has everything at his disposal. Kareem is so comfortable right now. Basically, Kane has to make a Wile E. Coyote push here and try to hope that Kareem blunders. Flak troop
conscripts first. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that barracks from Kareem, able to bust out the conscripts, but the desos are a bit tricky. He builds a radar now. He wants to try to get a deso in here, possibly to help deal with these conscripts. 2 elite conscripts. Oh my god, Kareem's blundering.
Oh no, he's giving away tanks again. Oh, where are the sentries? Keep spamming.
Kareem's on 20K! He's blundering so hard!
Oh, the MCV might go down here.
Oh my god, Kareem's...
Sentries. Oh no, MCV goes down.
And the demo truck on the top side! Oh my god!
Oh shit. No!
Oh my god! And the elite rhino for Kane. Oh my god. Holy
Speechless. Shit. I am speechless.
Holy shit, that was crazy. Oh my god. Wow. And
GG.
and you know, and to be fair, Kane managed that attack beautifully. Obviously, there's 100 different things Kareem could have done differently, but you can't take it away from Kane there. That was he had to make that push, and he did. He executed it really, really nicely. Holy shit.
I want to mention one thing, bro. The last 2 games of Kareem, he was well ahead of his opponent, bro. The only thing he needs to work on is the finish.
Yep,
Bro,
yep,
he's got the game in the bag from beginning till
yep.
mid game. Just the finish he needs to tweak, and he's gonna be undefeatable in D3, bro.
Yeah, he's
That's
playing. He's not dropping the hammer. He's not closing games. Wow.
but at least he's got that down, you know. I mean, the beginning, the early game, mid game, he's well ahead the entire game. Just the finish, just tweak your finish, and you'll be unstoppable.
Yeah, Kareem versus
That's-
Doof now.
yeah.
Yeah, no, and you're right. And to be fair, the part he has down is hard. A lot of players take a
Yeah.
long time trying to deal with their openings. Getting ahead is very impressive. Kareem getting in the driver's seat, taking the momentum, going strong like that is really, really impressive. And learning to drop the hammer is actually easier than the rest of that stuff in some ways.
Yeah,
So
bro.
a bit of practice, yeah, he'll be an absolute force because he's playing some great blitz, but just not executing those late game positions. Here we go. Boys and gals, ladies and gentlemen. Kareem in red on the left, Doofus in yellow on the right. Kareem is absolutely in the driver's seat 90% of the game, and then is just not dropping the hammer. Dropping the hammer is a big part of the game. It's very similar in chess. You know, you can have everything at your disposal, but if you can't checkmate, if you can't close out a game, very, very difficult to win. Am I missing some followers? Oh no, Xlium, he's already gone. That was 40 minutes ago. He hates me, probably unfollowed me. Xlium, thanks for the follow. Twinkleeb, thanks for the follow. Ingo, thanks for the follow. Appreciate the support, guys. Xlium's still here, yes.
I'm so excited you're here, Icodesso and Ant Hill.
All right. So Doofus versus Kareem. Should be a banger. I think these guys are going to be pretty close. Kareem's got to be hungry. Vass189 with the follow. Look how excited all my little yellow people are for you. Someone else follows. I got another really cool animation for the next follower. It's going to be really cool. It's going to blow minds. You have to promise to not just follow and then unfollow, though.
Hello, my friends.
WhatsApp428. Okay, so both players, Doofus is going broke, bottoming out his economy right now. Maybe pumping just a little bit too much fodder early on. Vass189 hops over to YouTube and gives the follow. I think that's enough to trigger the animation. Look at that.
A new comrade joins us.
It's a horde of zombies. And they're like following. I don't get it. I don't know. I just saw it. It just seemed cool when I saw it. All right, yeah. So the calm before the storm here. Both players amassing armies, getting some dogs. I don't like this. I don't love this placement from Kareem. If he loses this higher ground, that war factory will be a target. Doofus is really trusting his ability to control the map. One oil hit right now would chain react all these. So Doofus has a very, very tight build. It's an easier to defend position, but in blitz the oils just become a big liability. If Kareem's able to make a dive, be a huge hit. And so Kareem taking advantage of map control. That's what this map's all about. If you have map control, if you have the army presence, take the Psychic Dominator and control it. You can't build off of it, but if you control the map, obviously you can control the Dominator. Does he have the power for it? I question if he has the power for it. I think at this point he maybe could have waited till he got his nuclear reactor out, but the Dominator's a good move. He does have the power for it, so. Java, you broke your laptop screen. Somehow you're in Twitch chat, but you couldn't message me on Discord. The thing is, not playing in the tournament's totally fine. I know it happens, but you gotta message me, buddy. You just gotta say, hey, Ivor, I'm not gonna play. Because if not, then it's really difficult. It's really, really difficult. You don't have to play. You just have to tell me if you're not going to play. That's all I ask. Okay, Deso's going to push in here from Kareem. Going to try to clean up this fodder from Doofus. Doofus has a lot of fodder. So it'd be good to get some value out of those Desos. Okay. We'll get a prediction up for the championship. I don't know why Zed can't make a prediction. I'm not sure why that would be. Ooh, and Doofus is going to sneak in and steal that Dominator. Ooh, God, this lag. Zed claims Twitch isn't letting him make a prediction. Maybe Twitch figured out you messed up the last one and they ban you. Oh my God, this lag, unbelievable. Lag monster, get out of here.
Who, me?
Who's in here?
You're in duo, and I don't know. I'm just kind of bored and kind of joined the voice chat.
No, but who are you?
Okay. Sorry. Procrastination.
Okay, all right, there you go. Well, we got a game going on right now, so you think you're gonna be a little out of the loop since you're not in the game, but.
I'm sorry. I'll get out.
No problem.
See ya.
Yeah, see ya. All right, there you go. Get people dropping in here. It's fun. It's a big community around here. All right, banging out on the top side. Ooh, these Desos could get a nice hit. Can they? Oh, he's pushing with the Desos, not deploying them though. So you see Kareem just using the Desos to push Doofus back. He should not be targeting the buildings here. This exchange could determine the game. The lag is absolutely killing me right now. Oh, Zed, you can't use Doofus. You have to use Doof. You can't use Doofus in a prediction. Twitch thinks it's a bad word. And so Kareem gonna go Navy here. Doofus counter punching. Wow. And so Doofus tries to counterpunch, needs to pull back. He has some reinforcements coming. Okay, so Doofus pushing. Doofus does not have the numbers for this. I love the aggression. I like that he's hungry, but he does not have the numbers for this. Ooh, and missed tank control there. Gets his tanks lined up. Yeah, Twitch doesn't let you use the word suck either. Twitch is pretty tame. Wow, and Doofus able to collect himself. I feel like Doofus keeps falling behind here, and now as I say that, Doofus now pulling ahead. What a wacky game here. Sometimes with the lag, my brain is so slow and confused that I have a difficult time keeping up with the game. But Kareem now in the water with the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought could be a massive shift in this game. So it's right now, it's so important Kareem can get over, and Kareem uses his Iron Curtain defensively here, and he needed it. This should help him even out Doofus's numbers. Kareem pushing in right now with an elite Rhino, and the IC continue the push. Kareem chase Doofus down. Oh my God, and Doofus again chased home. 2 Dreadnoughts in the bottom right, about to go to work. Oh my God, and Doofus is continuing the push. Doofus is so aggressive here. I love it. I don't know how he's maintaining this. Each attack, Kareem has been able to hold off, but somehow he's continuing the push. But the Dreadnoughts are here. The Dreadnoughts in the bottom right. And hats off to Kareem. He was able to maintain his presence on the ground, keep the tank battle rolling, and come with the backdoor Dreadnoughts. But can he hold this position? At this point, Doofus has so many war factories, the doors aren't even closing. The Rhinos are pouring out right now. Can Kareem hold this position? Where are the Desolators? Desolators on the bottom side, a little late to the party. He does have that barracks on the top side. Get that Desolator down. Desolators, slow things down. The Iron Curtain's gonna go. Doofus is pushing recklessly right now. The Psychic Dominator. Oh my God, the Psychic Dominator! I totally forgot about the Psychic. Oh my God! Kareem swings it with the Psychic Dominator. I totally lost track of it. Doofus must have lost track as well. Kareem uses the Psychic Dominator defensively to hold the position. The Dreadnoughts on the bottom side are doing work right now, but Doofus has a massive base, plenty of war factories to spare. Kareem needs to hold this position, maintain his naval presence, try to close it out on the water, because on the land, Doofus is in beast mode right now. Oh my God, the Desolators. Desolators out from Kareem. Desolators, he's not using these Desolators. He doesn't, I mean, at this point, Deso your own tanks. You only have a couple. Make it happen. Save that MCV. The Dreadnoughts are AFK in the bottom right. Kareem's got to keep those Dreadnoughts busy. Look at these oils, how juicy those oils are. Kareem holds the position, and another wave of tanks is coming from Doofus. They are never going to stop. Get the Desos in position, hold the position, try to close it out with the Dreadnoughts. Deploy the Desos! Deploy the Desos! For the love of God, deploy the Desos! Come on, Kareem! Come on, Kareem! Oh my God, Doofus is going to work right now. There's the Desos. And now, so now you see him deploying and undeploying. That's actually a good move. The residual radiation does work, and then he can use the guns in between. Kareem holds the position. Kareem still has an MCV, but Doofus does as well, and Doofus's tanks are still pouring out. This lag is killing me right now, but the Dreadnoughts are still doing work. What's the Dreadnoughts target right now? Gonna hit that oil? What's it gonna chain react? Takes a war factory, but Doofus has so many war factories. And now Kareem is going to lose his naval yard, so he's down to his last 2 Dreadnoughts. These Dreadnoughts can't shoot up here, so Doofus is going to have so much base. Doofus is going to keep pouring in. Doofus now with the drones to counter the Desos. Oh my God, oh my God. Doofus is going to win this game. Doofus is going to win this game. See, the Dreadnoughts can't shoot on that top level, so Doofus has everything he needs up here. Plenty of tanks to close this out. Wow. 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 Holy shit, that was hilarious. Oh, holy shit. Wow, that was awesome. That's the whole reason I stream right there. Just absolute bangers, man. Absolute bangers. Holy shit, I love it.
Bro, I pulled out every trick I had, bro. Unbelievable, dude.
What a banger, dude. That was so sick.
Oh, that was so tough, bro. Oh my God.
Dude, he made you work for it, but good. I mean, the Dreadnoughts on the bottom, you know, you had that base on the top side, so you were safe. Wow. Wow. What a banger.
Yeah.
You just kept pushing. You just had so many tanks. You had so many war factories. I mean, Kareem held off so many attacks, but every time he'd hold one off, you had another 20 tanks ready to go.
Yeah, but I had the maximum amount of war factories, but I kept building more. If he got 1 or 2, I will still keep my maximum production, right? But oh, that was tough, bro. When he dominated my tanks, I'm like, shit. That was so tough.
Oh, and then you had but then his Dominator, that defensive psychic Dominator, I didn't see that. I didn't know that was coming. Did you know? Did you see the timer on that? Did you know that was coming?
That's why I hit the nuclear reactor. I was hoping he would go low power, but he got it off just a split second before he went low power. So he got a lot of good tanks there.
Yeah. So I mean,
I had to come back from the base.
Oh my God! All right, guys, we got the championship. Saw versus Doofus. Yeah, Kareem, like you said, Kareem got warmed up. He was looking like an all new player by the time you guys played each other.
It was tough, bro.
All right, so Doofus versus Saw. So we'll do a best of 3 here, Doof. Yeah, we'll get it going right away. Hop in the chat afterwards. Give me the breakdown. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not just another round of the Blitz World Series. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. It's the championship. You guys hyped? I'm hyped. I'm hyped. All right, here we go, guys. We got Saw in red on the right. We got Doofus in yellow on the left. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe I should have just looked at the scoreboard for you guys. We did just do a round robin with 5 players, though. These guys are the top 2, so now they're playing best of 3 to take home the $20 and to prove that they are the D3 champion and moving on to the Division 2 tournament, which is happening tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, both these guys, I believe Doofus's only loss in the prelims was to Saw. I believe Saw went undefeated in the prelims. So But, you know, both these guys, it's been a long day. Both these guys have seen other players. They've got their reps in. They've evolved their gameplay. Doofus is playing some top-level blitz right now. He just pulled out a super, super close game versus Kareem. Let's see what this looks like. Saw is a great player. It's excited to have new people like him on the scene. Just came out for the first time this month. He's playing some great blitz. Fun to have new players like that in the mix. So Saw is going to hop over right away and take out Doofus's power plant. Doofus has allowed this to happen a couple times this tournament, but Saw going to have to pull back here. Both players with their fodder and their tanks. This one's going to come down to tank control if they do choose to engage. Yeah, I like that. I like that, Martin. Yeah, we get your pessimism in here. You're the designated negative Nancy, and I'll be over here positive. You be over there being negative, and it'll balance out with something a little bit more reasonable, because sometimes I'm a little too excited. I'm a little bit too excited sometimes. All right, here we go. Here we go. Very even so far, but as you look at the map, Saw with a presence on the top side. Saw does get his second War Factory out earlier. Now, Doofus has been in and out of the chat. He did mention one game he went second War Factory a little too early, so he's going a very heavy economy right now. And I think he needs to be pumping more fodder. He's gone more oils, so he's going to be slightly behind on rhinos, but he does have way more money. Look at Doofus's financial position here. So Doofus needs to consider some proactive sentry guns, holding this defensive position. If you're going early economy, it's kind of that balance. It means you want the game to go a little bit longer, whereas Saw kind of going broke, but with a slight army advantage right now. But Doofus is going to push in here, and we've seen this from Doofus before. Doofus is willing to push even when he's out-tanked, trusting his tank control, which is not going to get him anything here. Not a good decision there from Doofus. He was out-tanked, got himself in a bad position, and oh my god. Yeah, I just don't, you know, like I said, I'm trying to get better about shooting on the players and telling them what they should do, but I don't understand that from Doofus, because Doofus seemed to have a strategy. Doofus pumped those early oils to get his economy going, and then he could have sat back. He could have built the sentry guns. He could have spammed conscripts. He could have held defensively and then, you know, tried to play more of a mid game, but instead he put himself. That's kind of weird. It seemed like he had a plan, and then he forgot his plan. I liked that from Doof. So he was behind on his army, but you saw was broke, and so Doofus, you know, pump a couple bunkers, hold, use your defensive advantage to get you through the opening, and then go tech, go navy, get your Iron Curtain, then start, you know, take advantage of your funny money, but. It tried to take a bite there and just out of position, out-tanked, outgunned, outmanned. Easy conversion there for Saw. Doofus made that one easy. Funny money. Yeah, once it's over 12K, we call it funny money. Yeah, that's what I thought Doofus was going to do. I'm not sure there, but Doofus has been playing pretty aggressive. You know, even against Kareem, we saw that he was being the aggressor, but he had a massive economy, massive macro infrastructure behind him, so his tanks were just pouring out. But anyway, again, guys, any of you guys joining us late here, this is the championship round of the D3 tournament. Winner of this going on to the D2 tournament tomorrow, taking home $20 and proving themselves. Doofus coming in hungry right now. Tank advantage, needs to avoid that sentry gun though. Clicking the tanks, but ooh, right in the zone of that sentry gun. Sentry guns are tough. When you only got a couple rhinos, an early sentry gun like that's going to do nice, but Doofus does pull ahead on that exchange, does get the rhinos he needed out of that exchange, so no problem there. You're seeing Doofus again is pumping an earlier economy. Looks like Saw is going to bring out his, oh no, Saw's got 4 oils before his second War Factory now. Doofus right behind him on the, oh no, Doofus on 5 oils now, so let's see if Saw brings a second War Factory before the 5th oil. Just a slight variation in mentality. Doofus a little bit sloppy with this build right now. This oil is in what I call the death rectangle. Earlier you may have heard me call it the death triangle. Death triangle sounds cooler, but it's not a triangle, it's a death rectangle. Doofus again pushing in, does not have the fodder or the tanks to do this, and with a sentry gun he is severely mismatched there, so does need to pull back. And Saw with the dog with the fodder advantage. And Doofus, no proactive defensive structures here. I question that. I don't know where Doofus's fodder is. And I don't know where his sentry guns are. I don't know where his radar is. A little bit confused, but if Saw doesn't take advantage of this position, Doofus's economy is looking really, really nice. But Doofus is a bit outgunned right now. And yep, you see that oil in the death rectangle. Doofus now getting some fodder in the fight as well, evening things out here. Both players on 3 war factories. Doofus's economy, you see, is ahead. He has a few extra grand in the bank. But Saw's okay. Sitting at 1,500 is perfect for this point in the game. Okay, very, very even right now. And Doofus now on 6K. Doofus can start considering some stuff on the back end. He did that last game with Kareem. We saw him just pumping war factories. He said in chat, even when his war factories were maxed out on production, they weren't going to make his tanks build any faster. He was still building war factories, just having them ready. At some point, you can use those war factories just as meat shields. Just throw them out in front, slow down the invading army, make it very difficult for the player to close out the position. And with Saw a couple tanks out of position, Doofus is going to take a bite here. And yeah, Saw is a bit out of position on his tanks, but he is out tanking Doofus pretty significantly. Doofus now bringing in some reinforcements into this fight. Is Saw going to continue the push here? Doofus with his reinforcements, it does get the advantage, and now Doofus with the slight tank advantage here, but Saw with the fodder advantage. Doofus going to go in here. What is Doofus's target? Ooh, Doofus strings out his tanks. He has to be careful here. A couple tanks get gobbled up in the mix. Questionable tank control here from Doofus, but he is staying alive. Saw still with the fodder advantage. Both these players, it's so even. It's back and forth. They want to attack. They want to retreat. They want to attack. They want to retreat. And that's what tank control at the top level is all about. Balancing those positions, attacking when you have the advantage, and retreating when you don't. The Kane killer giving us a cheer, just what we needed, buddy. Thanks. Okay. Yeah, the cheer for both players, I like that. Yeah, these guys are banging out right now. Again, this is best of 3, so Saw is fighting to send Doofus home. Doofus is fighting to continue the series. Give us a barn burner. Game number 3, the people what they want. Got to be cheering for Doofus in this position. And in YouTube, not because I'm playing favorites, because I'm here for the barn burners, just like everyone else. He does target that bunker, doesn't want that bunker to get filled. Doofus does not have enough tanks here again. Doofus getting himself in positions where he doesn't have the tank numbers to really be the aggressor. Doofus needs to thin out some of these tanks on this retreat. He's got a couple on the back end. Doofus needs to be considering desolators, possibly drone. I mean, Doofus dives on that war factory. Doofus throwing some more tanks, and now Saw's gonna come from the top side. Can Doofus, Saw went out with a split, tanks on both sides, and Doofus, it's gonna be a massive chain reaction. Oh God, jeez. Doofus is defending this position, might be able to hold here, but that's a nice hit for Saw. And Doofus not really getting much else going. There's no desolators in play. He's on 4K. He's got a ton of war factories. He's trying to brute force his way through this, but Saw has been able to maintain better tank numbers, better tank control, and work some fodder in the mix more effectively. And with the offensive pushes from Saw have gotten more value. That last hit on those oils was devastating to Doofus's economy, and you see it in real time as he's now bottoming out. His production, when you got 8 war factories, when you're broke, it doesn't matter. That was 4 oils that went down there. Doofus is in big trouble now, and with Saw the higher tank numbers, Doofus is going to have a very difficult time resisting this push, and an even more difficult time reversing the position. It's when you don't have money, what can you do? Doofus is going to try to go for kind of a base trade here, a reckless attack. It's really his only move. I can't imagine it working. He's completely surrounded by red tanks at this point. Just going to get gobbled up. Yeah, so Doofus could have been selling off some war factories, but I mean, it's just Saw's a beast. Doofus did play pretty well. I think Doofus was trying to beat Saw at his own game, and I think a player like Saw, I don't think Doofus was going to win the tank battle, so I would have liked to have seen Doofus maybe mix it up a little bit, just kind of recognize like, hey, I'm not going to out-tank this kid, he's a machine. What can I do to confuse him? We've seen Saw resist going tech, those kind of things. So Doofus maybe could have tried something like that on the back end, tried tech, tried Navy, something like that. But Doofus tried to take him head on, an admirable effort, but did not work out. And what a tournament. What a tournament it was. Wow, we had some bangers today. Some absolute bangers, boys. And girls. Boys and girls. All right, let's get Saw his crown so that everyone knows. What a banger, huh, boys? There you go. Saw's got the crown. That's how you know Saw's the winner. Saw's the winner of D3. Wow. So Saw taking home $20. Moving on to D2. D2 is tomorrow. I don't have any of the names in there, so we're looking at nothing except me as Luke Skywalker. Yeah, some great games today. Thanks for the players. Thanks for the supporters. Thanks to the audience. Thanks to all you guys hanging out. We do have some free-for-all action coming on. Oh, yeah, Doofus. Yeah.
Yo, yo, yo.
Doofus.
That guy's tough, bro.
Break it down for us, man. What happened?
I saw things that weren't there, bro. Saw ghosts.
Yeah, I mean, you
Through
tried.
his base, losing all my tanks. I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah, you made a few pushes without the numbers. And it was interesting. I mean, your decision, you wanted to go win tank on tank. Like you wanted to beat him with the rhinos.
The thing is, I thought he was out tanking me the whole game, bro, and I just didn't understand how. So every time he would make a move, I thought I'm gonna force him back to his base. But then one time before he hit my oils in the last game, I forgot to build.
Yeah.
So when I lost everything, I had nothing back home, bro. I'm like, oh man, if I had something back home, I could have made something happen. But I forgot to build. But that
Yep.
guy's tough, bro. That guy's tough.
Yeah, he is tough. And I was kind of surprised to see you I mean, you made a very clear decision. You thought like I'm going to beat this guy with rhinos. Like you were massing war factories and oil. So you must have felt like you could get the leg up with tanks. I mean, you didn't go radar, you didn't go tech, you didn't try to do anything tricky. You wanted to beat him with rhinos, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Kind of same strat as with Kareem.
Yeah.
Trying to go maximum production, but somehow he kept. I felt maybe it's not true, but I don't know. I thought he was ahead of me the whole time in tank numbers, so I didn't understand that.
Yeah, it seemed like he was, and it seemed like your I mean, you had a base just made to build rhinos, so it was kind of amazing that he was somehow keeping his rhinos ahead of you. You had, I think, maybe your economy was a little too big early. Maybe it's hard to say. I'd have to go back and rewatch it, but and then he just kept winning the tank engagements. Each engagement he had more tanks coming home. But you were massing. I mean, you had so many war factories, just a base pumping oil. It was amazing that he was staying ahead of you.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know, but that's how I felt the game. So
Yeah.
in the game, so that's why I didn't go head to head with him. But yeah, it was a tough guy to play against.
No, it was well played. I mean, it's one of those ones where if you were just watching your side of the map, you'd be like, "How could Doofus lose?" Like you're just pouring rhinos out, And yeah, I mean, I don't think you did that many things wrong. I think that he's just a good player.
Yeah. Well, I had the first game I had bad decision with I clicked my tanks at the wrong place. I wanted to send them back and then they went into his base. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So that's why I said, my tanks didn't do what I wanted them to do, or at least I didn't click them where I wanted them to go. And that's just an easy GG. I mean, there's nothing I can do. I lost all my tanks stupidly there.
Yeah. Yeah, that first point, I forget. The first point, you were going such heavy early economy. I was like, oh, okay, Doofus is going to sit back, defend himself, go into a mid game with a ton of money. And then all of a sudden you were just like, here I go. And then you're just like.
Nope. That was a weird click from me, bro.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, I don't think that was the plan.
No, I wanted to retreat, but the tanks went in. They had a mind of their own.
Yeah.